Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Matthew Mailey for MatthewMailey.com, where we are back on the couch, and it is time for another weekly movie review. Well, I checked out a flick that, when I first heard the concept and I first heard about it, I was really excited to check it out. Then some of the reviews came out, and a lot of that excitement tempered off a little bit, so I didn't end up seeing it in theaters. But I still really did want to at least check it out, so I figured, you know what? New release, we got to check it out. And, well, here's the review. So I'm talking about The Campaign, which is the newest Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis movie, also starring Jason Sudeikis, Dylan McDermott, Dan Aykroyd, John Lithgow, Brian Cox, as well as pretty much every political TV personality. It has a little spot in it, from Piers Morgan to Bill Maher to Dennis Miller to Chris Matthews with Hardball to Wolf Blitzer, which some of their moments were some of the better moments in the movie, honestly, without giving too much away. So basic synopsis of the story is the Democratic congressional seat for North Carolina is played by Will Ferrell. He is going for his fifth term. Nobody's running against him. He's just the quintessential politician. And I'd say it in quotation because it is every stereotype that you've ever heard of politicians, he embodies. They actually were interviewing him, and he said that he was attempting to portray himself as a combination of George Bush and as, I wanted to say that he said Reagan, but I didn't see as much Reagan coming through. I honestly saw more Bill Clinton, like kind of a combination with George W. Bush and Bill Clinton, because he's a very smooth talking ladies man style. In a lot of ways, not just because of Monica Lewinsky, but in a lot of ways, Bill Clinton was. He was a very personable, very, aw shucks type of guy, without being just a straight up moron like George Bush was. And Will Ferrell definitely plays some of those as well. Some of that aspect of just being a moron. Well, in an effort to add to their already scrupulous business tactics, these billionaire brothers, played by Dan Aykroyd and John Lithgow, decide that they're going to back a candidate in North Carolina who will be able to defeat Will Ferrell's character after a rather problematic series of events. Very, very, very graphic series of events left in a voicemail recording on a very, very, very Catholic or Christian family's voice recorder that was supposed to go to his mistress. So needless to say, it definitely gets rather graphic. But after they see that he is going, in their mind, he's done, they decided they're going to throw their support behind a candidate who will then essentially be in their pocket, and their long-term goal is to close their sweatshops in China, bring them all to America, but hire Chinese workers and still pay them the standard, cents a day, but minimize shipping costs. Great plan. So, based on his old political connections, they contact Brian Cox's character, whose son is Marty Huggins, played by Zach Galifianakis. And even their names are Cam Brady is Will Ferrell's name, and Marty Huggins. They both sound like political names, bad political names. Well, Marty Huggins is pretty much, if you've ever watched Zach Galifianakis's web series on Funny or Die called Between Two Ferns, he did one one episode, he played Seth Galifianakis, who, I believe it was Seth. Is it Seth or Sean? No, Seth. Who conducts the same interviews, but does it in. He's essentially Marty Huggins. And if you haven't watched Between Two Ferns, go to Funny or Die, search for Between Two Ferns, or search for Zach Galifianakis, and some of them are actually pretty funny. The one he does with Steve Carell is pretty funny. The one he does with Bradley Cooper is pretty funny. The one with Sean Penn's just weird. I thought that was the one that he did as Seth Galifianakis, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. It is. He does one with Charlize Theron. Does one with Will Ferrell. So they're actually pretty funny. But the Seth Galifianakis character is essentially Marty Huggins, down to the same creepy mustache. And every possible, I mean, aw shucks, moron stereotype is played up, to say the least. And I mean, it's almost annoying at times because it is taken to that level, but at the same time, it also is pretty funny. I do think both of them overdid it a little bit, but when you have two comedic, for lack of a better word, geniuses, how can they not continually try to overtake each other? So, I'll get more to the, we'll continue the story. So, essentially, this is just showing the length that each one of them will go to in order to try and win this campaign. But of course, they both take it too far. They both, in some ways, feel bad for their actions in different time frames, and because of different things. And next thing you know, there's conflict, there's getting your morals back, and then the happy ending. Pretty standard comedy here. The two roles I thought that were really well done. One was Jason Sudeikis, who played Will Ferrell's campaign manager, and the other one was Dylan McDermott, who is hired by these billionaire brothers to run and, well, not just run Marty Huggins' campaign, but groom him, groom his family, groom everything for politics. And I thought that was actually some of the most funny parts of the movie, was all of these stereotypes that Dylan McDermott is forcing onto this family in order to make them more American and campaign ready. And some of the stuff was actually pretty funny. Some of the things they did were pretty humorous, to be quite honest. But overall, I just thought that a lot of it was lacking. When the movie ended, I really just had this feeling of, you had that many comedic voices in it, and you couldn't do better than that. That was like the first feeling I had when it got done. There were very few moments where I had true, like, full laughs. Real laughs. There were tons of chuckles. There were tons of, really? Like, wow, did they just do that? But nowhere near as many, like, gut-busting laughs, as corny as that sounds. But honestly, like, so many more of the laughs were snickers, chuckles, and just like, okay, yeah, all right. You really say that? Which, I mean, you have both of those comedic minds. I really thought it could have been better than that. Even look at Step Brothers. And Step Brothers, I didn't love my first time through. It took me a few times watching it. And I've said this before. I know it's blasphemy to a lot of people, but I've never liked Will Ferrell that much as a star actor. I loved him on Saturday Night Live. I love him in bit parts. I thought his part of Old School made the movie, but I also thought that it was perfect not having him be the lead star. The lead star was Luke Wilson. Second lead star probably was Vince Vaughn. They were kind of, right there. Then you had Will Ferrell. So I thought that there was enough others to take some of the pressure off of Will Ferrell. And I think it's probably because of his delivery, his whole shtick, in a way, is best in small doses. That's why I think he did so well on Saturday Night Live. That's why I thought Saturday Night Live was perfect for him, because he could do his little shtick And oh, hey, 3 minutes later, 5 minutes later, it's done. Now we can go watch, three things of somebody else. And oh, hey, now we're back to Will Ferrell. He's in another character. He's doing something else. He's doing something else different. That's why to me, I didn't really, in fact, I can say without a doubt, I did not like Anchorman the first time I saw it. I did not like Talladega Nights the first time I saw it. I will admit I like them more now, but I still don't feel the same thing with Step Brothers. I still don't feel that any of the three of them are like all-time great comedies, which a lot of people do. A lot of people say that Anchorman is the best comedy of all time. It's been like ranked that on multiple movie polls. To me, it's not. I mean, to me, it pales in comparison to The Hangover, to Snatch, to Superbad. I mean, pales in comparison. So I've never, that's my full disclosure on Will Ferrell. So I really felt that this fell into that a little bit, where at times you kind of were just like, God, I mean, you almost want him to dial it back a little. And to me, like, I find his dialogue funny, but sometimes I find it just stupid. One of my main complaints about Anchorman is so much of it was just stupid. Saying, well, San Diego means a whale's vagina. To me, that's not funny. And yeah, the way he says it, okay, that's a little chuckly, but it's not funny. And I found that there were a lot of moments of that in the campaign, where what he said wasn't really funny, how he said it wasn't that funny, and so it didn't get a real laugh when it could have, in my opinion. And a lot of the funniest parts you actually already saw in the previews. The whole punching the baby skit is pretty funny. That whole thing that happens, pretty damn funny. Some of the back and forth needling is pretty funny. But you already know that they're going to take it too far. You already know that it's going to go to levels that it shouldn't. One instance is pretty funny. The fact that Cam Brady takes it to this level and videotapes it and uses it for a campaign ad. Pretty funny. But overall, it just didn't have that, oh my God, I want to watch it again. When I got done watching The Hangover, I literally watched it again, back to back. It was that funny to me. And I've watched it subsequently, probably close at least to 100 times. I watched 40-Year-Old Virgin probably close to 100 times. I watched Snatch probably 200 times. Superbad at least 50 times. And these are all movies that every time get huge laughs out of me. I know exactly what's coming, and I still laugh my ass off like I'm watching a Kevin Hart DVD or something. So I really feel like so much of a potential great movie was squandered on what ended up coming out, to be quite honest. So at the end of the day, I originally decided I was going to give it 3.5 stars. I'm going 3, honestly. Overall, I'm giving it a 3-star movie. For comedy, I would give it a 3.5-star comedy. It's about a little bit better than average comedy, but I can't tell you to go buy it. I can't tell you to pay full price to rent it. I can say I'm damn glad I didn't see it in theaters. And at the end of the day, I guess it's worth $1 or $2 or whatever it is at Redbox, and a couple hours of your time. But I wouldn't recommend it to be like something you sit down and like, oh my God, I can't wait to watch the movie. Have it playing while you're cleaning the house. Have it playing while you're doing something else, working on a laptop, doing homework, reading a book. Not really. That'd be a little difficult to concentrate on either. But I can't really tell you to go and, dedicate the time to watch this. Because to me, I really did feel it was lacking. Now, again, full disclosure, Will Ferrell fans out there, you might love it. I might be totally off base simply because of my somewhat issues for Will Ferrell, or with Will Ferrell. That might be it. But at the end of the day, I felt that a lot of the funny things were already shown. It was very predictable because you knew where it was going to go. Some of the things that happened were predictable, but you knew the overall scope of the movie. And I mean, there were some chuckles, but definitely not like many full blown laughs. There were a few, there were a couple, but most of them were just like a small chuckle or a shocked, wow, I can't believe they did that. Also, thought one thing was interesting, and what was pointed out, is in the previews, they show Marty Huggins walking up with a crossbow and shooting Will Ferrell in the leg. Now, I don't know why, but in the version I saw, which is the unrated version, or the added bonus feature version, I don't know if it was actually unrated or not, but it had the bonus features, he actually shoots Cam Brady's character in the leg with a hunting rifle. So what I don't know is if they simply add the crossbow to get it on TV, during whatever time slot, because shooting somebody with a crossbow in the leg is way less, bad than shooting somebody in the leg with a gun, with a rifle. So I'm wondering if they did it for that reason, or if it was in the extended features version, that was the original scene, they put it back for that. I'm not sure. Anybody knows? Anybody work on the movie and knows? I'm curious. Hit me up. But overall, like I said, I really think Dylan McDermott and Jason Sudeikis were probably the best parts of the movie. And at the end of the day, 3-star movie, 3.5 if you're grading it against other comedies. But I wouldn't even tell you to waste much time on this. It's really disappointing because I really thought it was going to be better than it was. Really thought it was. So there you have it. I am Matthew Maley. This is MatthewMaley.com. As always, thank you guys for checking out my videos. Much appreciated. Hopefully you guys like this review. And let me know what you guys think of the movie if you did see it. Am I totally off base? And if so, tell me why. Don't just say, you're a moron, you suck. Let me know why. I'm curious. These videos are made for debating, for question and answers. That's what I like. I like getting to know people, so let me know. I'm always curious. And like I said, it could just be because I'm not a big fan of Will Ferrell. Might be. Well, Will Ferrell's a star. I do like Will Ferrell. I think he's hilarious, just not as a star. I don't think he can carry movies that well. So, now that that's out of the way, let me know what you guys think. And of course, you can always check out the rest of my videos on MatthewMaley.com. Website is 100% up and ready to go, so go check it out. If you haven't been there in a while, go check out all the new features, all the drop-down menus, all the extra pages, all that stuff. Also, if you ever are clicking through and you find any glitches, bugs, problems, anything like that, send me a text, email, message, comment, let me know. I've run through it multiple times, but every time I change something, I always am worried that some problem's going to come up thanks to GoDaddy's horrible software. So if you ever do see anything, let me know, and I appreciate it in advance. You can also check out the rest of my videos on YouTube. Again, just search for Matthew Maley Poker. Got everything up there for you to check out. If you would like, and you're more comfortable on Facebook, you can check me out on Facebook as well. Again, search for Matthew Maley Poker. Post all my videos, as well as my major posts and pictures and stuff like that on there. You can also check me out on Twitter. Follow me at Matthew Maley. I'm always tweeting football stuff, sports stuff, shoes, all kinds of things up on Twitter. So follow me on there and, retweet me or something. I appreciate it. I don't get retweeted very often yet, so I'd like that. Look at me begging for retweets. And then, of course, I'm also on Instagram, so follow your boy on Instagram at Matthew Maley Poker. And I'm always putting pictures up on there. So check me out on there. And until the next video, I am officially signing off. It is, wow, super duper early in the morning. It is 9:30 in the morning. I've got to go to bed now. So I hope everybody's having a great start to their weekend. It's halfway over now because it's actually Saturday morning. So hope everybody had a great, fun, safe Friday night. If you're celebrating Halloween tonight, which is Saturday, I know a lot of places in Vegas are, be safe. Don't be stupid. Don't drink and drive. Don't do drugs and drive. Don't make bad decisions. Well, not too many bad decisions. Don't make any, fatally bad decisions. And until the next video, I am signing off. So I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace out, y'all.